Hey everybody, it is Wednesday night and it's time for Super Geeked Up! Yeah! All right, hey everybody, my name is Jeff. Here's their pre-Thanksgiving version of Super Geeked Up. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving here in the U.S., so hope everybody has an awesome one. Thank you so much for joining us. This is your live geeky pop culture show where we talk fun geeky topics, play fun geek-themed improv games. I'm joined as always by my co-host from Sincere Sarcasm, Francis Fernandez. Is that your turkey?
My turkey.
Okay, good. Yeah, got it.
I'm prepping for the first game.
Right. Oh, okay. Now you're giving me ideas. All right. We are excited. We are joined by an awesome guest. Hey, he's an Emmy and Telly Award winner. He is from FortySixTen Studios. It is Matthew Ulm.
Good evening.
Hey, Matt. Hey, thanks for being here.
Thanks very much. I'm excited to be here.
All right, it's great to have you. I see a lot of awesome people in the chat, including Mark Spile, one of the co-founders of KWC Film Fest, which is how I know Matt, because we were both judges for that. Mm-hmm. And we would have been on a panel together. but unfortunately there's little tech difficulties. So a bunch of other people in the chat, Kyle, Chris, Chaz, Anthony, Victor, Kathy, Tammy, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm trying to make it, hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Jaloo, there you go. Thank you guys, really appreciate you spending your Wednesday before Thanksgiving with us. So again, for any comments you have in the chat, folks, we won't need your help on the games we're going to do later on. We want to hear your responses to our geeky questions. Our first one, Francis has for us right now.
Well, with Thanksgiving dinner being like the biggest dinner you'll probably eat all year, you probably have an idea of certain people you'd like to be around you when you're eating it. So the question is what fictional characters would you invite to your Thanksgiving dinner?
I'm so glad I made a list of this because I would have forgotten if I didn't.
Well, and if I may, I take umbrage with the fact of him saying it's the biggest meal that I'm going to eat all year. I mean, I know we've just met and all, but that's assuming facts, not in evidence, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, well, there's those Vegas buffets, and, I can't forget those, actually, yeah.
Just the dessert line. I mean, hey.
I know. Oh, man. Those
Why
are good.
be good when it feels so good to be bad?
Exactly. Oh, so you're in the right place. You're in the right place.
So, folks, in the chat, please tell us, what fictional characters would you invite to a Thanksgiving dinner? Even if you're not celebrating, if you're not from the U.S., if you're from Canada, you already had Thanksgiving, so you can tell us who you would have invited there, or just to a dinner in general, if if you're from overseas. So, Matt, let's start with you. We always like to start with our guest.
Okay, so I started off with a TV favorite of mine, and that would be President Josiah Bartlet from The West Wing.
Oh my God! Yes, I love that show so much. I don't know if we've ever talked about The West Wing on the show, which is so it's great that you mentioned this.
I've watched it multiple times over the years, and of course, if you're a fan of The West Wing, you know that the president is a great conversationalist, but there are also a number of episodes that focus specifically on him being kind of a food snob, and especially the one where he calls the Butterball Hotline. So I think he would have a lot to say about a turkey dinner, and I'd be overly enthusiastic to hear anything he has to say. Thank you.
I also say for some reason I'm really enjoying the Martin Sheen prescription pharmacy commercials that he's in. If you guys have seen those, I don't.
Yeah.
It's about some kind of I don't think it's GoodRx. It's something else. It's some kind of app. I think that gets your cost down. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But anyway, he gets to the pharmacy and he's like, these are outrageous, these prices, and he's trying to help, and he's helping people get lower prices. I just find it very amusing.
Yeah, it's like GoodRx or something like that.
Yeah, it's one of those. Anyway, I'm sorry. Please continue with your choices for Thanksgiving dinner.
I tried to limit, just because with The West Wing I could have gone with practically the entire cast, but I thought next Captain James Tiberius Kirk from the original Star Trek series would be my next one, and it would be mainly to see if he consumes real food, because we only ever saw that kind of weird 60s-ish pastel stuff that they ate in the TV show, and how he would eat. and if he would eat like he speaks. So if he would be eating bite by bite, and then he would eat a whole bunch. And then if you asked him a question, say, Captain Kirk, would you rather have pumpkin pie or apple pie for dessert? And then you get to see that dramatic pause before he answered. And I think that would just be hilarious to witness.
I like it. If he ever needs to give the Heimlich, he's already ready for it. Because he's
oh, yeah. And you hear the music. It would be dramatic as hell.
These are great choices. Before I want to get to the rest of yours, let me just share some comments here from the chat. Yeah. Sure. Mark says, I would not invite the Blob because he would just eat everything. The Blob from the X-Men, I believe, is what he's referencing.
The bee monster blob from the Blob.
But does he eat a lot? Does he eat a lot too? Does he?
And is he really technically eating, or is he just sort of absorbing? Yeah, I guess.
Jalou says G.I. Joe's Roadblock. Not only is he a heavy weapons guy, he is an accomplished chef. That is true. Good choice. Jalou would not invite Neelix. He would ruin all the food. Wait a minute. Neelix was he was the Voyager chef. He became that as many other.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he put his Delta Quadrant spin on just about everything. So I'm sure some people liked it, though. I think eventually. I think it's like with every foreign cuisine, you have to wait until the body gets used to it, and then I'm sure it was fine. But I imagine those first couple weeks, especially because Trekkies all know that Starfleet engineers are pretty bad at putting privies on their ships. I think the Galaxy class only had one. So that's a lot of, Neelix stuff.
Yeah. a lot of space diarrhea.
Again, I take umbrage with that.
Yeah. Lister's mate says, "Oh, it's not showing me. What is that? Oh my God, hang on. Sorry. There we go. She-Hulk and some or all of the Orion slave girls. He's got a green lady thing." Victor says, "Mork from Mork and Mindy. Nice. That's a good choice." Chris is going to invite Lorelai and Rory Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. That'd be nice.
There's another pattern of conversation that would be interesting to witness. That back and forth, rapid fire.
Love it.
Chaz would do the Skywalker's post-Vader transformation pre-sequel. Okay, I got you. All right, very nice. Yeah.
The food, though.
Huh?
Oh, how would Vader eat the food if it's? Oh no, it's post-Vader transformation.
Well, no, he means he is Vader. Well, it depends. Yeah. He is Vader. He's Vader.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have dinner with Anakin, which I totally support. Charles, you and I can be friends. But I imagine it would probably be some type of nutrient slurry. You'd have to have a blender right next to his plate and
the magic bullet. Blend everything together.
Slap chop.
No more tears.
Kathy says Leonardo da Vinci and William Shakespeare. Says I know they're not fictional, but a good person here. Yeah, I mean Da Vinci and Shakespeare. Oh my God, those. Honestly, that's probably if I pick real people, my two choices. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm a history denier, so I don't think they actually existed.
Exactly.
Okay. Scorpio, hey man, good to see you. He says Wile E. Coyote. I just feel bad. He needs a meal. It's true. That's why he's always so skinny. Let's see. Tammy says her mom says Sam and Dean Winchester. That show just had its actually series finale, didn't it?
Is that Supernatural or
Supernatural? It's Supernatural. Okay. Mark's just posted about watching or something. Mark's telling me if that's true. What I just said. I'm going over your post. Tammy herself would say Wonder Woman, Gabrielle Zena, the original series Uhura, New Kirk and New McCoy. Oh, from. Is that
I've never seen it, New Kirk and New McCoy, but
I like that though. That's funny.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm just looking to see. Let's see. What Zen says, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but our monthly family dinners are huge, or used to be. I invite The Rock on a cheat day. Okay, very good.
There would be nothing left for anybody if The Rock was there.
But I don't know. But The Rock must eat pretty healthy usually, right?
But this is a cheat day.
Right. Well, maybe. But is it her cheat day or his cheat?
Oh, it's definitely going to be his. He's going to. He's going to eat. That they will have no home left. He'll eat everything. It'll be both wonderful and sad at the same time.
Yeah, and you better hope that you have like a Game of Thrones replica chair there for him, because I don't think any dining room chair would do if you got The Rock over for dinner.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so people are telling me, yes, that Supernatural, it was a tearjerker. They did have their series finale after, what was it, 15, 16 seasons or something like that?
I have not seen a single episode of Supernatural. It's on
I've only
my
seen part
list.
of an episode. I have to see the Scooby-Doo one, though, because I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan. I still got to see that. All right, anyway, I'm sorry, Matt. We had so many comments there. I'm sorry, but let me get back to your list. We had Kirk, and we had President Bartlett.
Yeah.
Well, who else?
So I thought that Chuck Bartowski would be.
Oh, from Chuck?
Yes.
Man, you're naming like all the shows. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I just thought that, I just love the character, and there were plenty of food related episodes too. And I don't know if I would necessarily go Chuck with the intersect or Chuck without the intersect. So maybe I'll put that to you guys and to the audience in general, what you think the benefits or the drawbacks would be to that. But if he didn't have the intersect, I suppose he'd be there for the whole meal because nobody.
Yes, he would know all the health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Francis and I were.
All right, who else?
Yeah.
What else? You got a couple more?
Do I?
For your choices? You got any more on your list?
I do. I was assuming like a 6-person meal, me and 5 other people. So
okay, yeah. So let's. Who else you got?
I said Inara Sarah from Firefly, played by the beautiful Marina Baccarin. And because the rest were all dudes, and that was turning into a bit of a sausage fest. And I thought to myself, A, she's gorgeous. B, she's like a professional people pleaser, if you want to put it that way.
I was waiting to see how you were going to describe that.
Yeah. So again, schooled in conversation, I'm sure she would make everyone feel welcome and just absolutely fabulous, no matter what was going on around the table.
Love those people pleasers.
Yeah.
All right, who else?
The last one is a little bit of a cheat because I said Van Wilder because that would definitely make it a party. But Van Wilder is essentially Ryan Reynolds. So it's kind of a cheat to say I'd want Ryan Reynolds at my Thanksgiving.
You could have said any character Ryan Reynolds has played, and it would be Ryan Reynolds. So you're right.
Exactly. But I went with Van Wilder. So
all right,
the better of the characters.
We got all yours. We didn't skip any.
Nope, that's all.
Great. That's a great list. Awesome. Love it. Hey, Alex says happy holidays. Alex has spent most of his time out to sea on a ship. But I'm glad to see you're back on shore, sir. That's great. Thank you for watching. Julie says Ryan Reynolds would bring his gin.
Yeah, he's plugging that hard, and prepaid cell phones.
Chris is a fan of Marina Baccarin, great in Gotham. I didn't know that. She's married to Ben McKenzie in real life?
Yeah,
really?
When they met on Gotham, yeah, there was a bit of controversy, and then they ended up marrying each other in the end.
Controversy about them?
He was married while she was on the show.
Oh, all right.
Well, I am shocked. I have never heard that happening in Hollywood before. Never.
So Mark's drove around Marina Baccarin for a film, but he did not marry her.
Yeah, he married up.
Because he's married to the amazing Julie, yes. All right. That's cool, Mark, that you drove around, though. That's cool. Let's see. Mr. May says, don't forget about Jewel State, who was in Firefly.
I totally thought about Jewel State, and I love her Twitter feed. But again, I tried to keep it to one character per, because I originally thought about, of course, Captain Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly. But then again, I thought I need a woman to even out all this testosterone that I've got around my table.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I also tried to limit to just like one character per like universe or franchise. Mm-hmm. Scorpio says, A, she's gorgeous and a people pleaser. Yes, Matt definitely gets this show. Okay. Yes, he does.
They need to bring it back. I don't know if there's anybody out there that's leading the charge for rebooting Firefly, but I am shocked that at this point they haven't brought it back.
Yeah, even with a different cast.
They talk about every other freaking show, right? You bringing it back. So
I don't think they really even need a different cast. But
now they can still do it. All those guys.
Oh yeah, and Joss, I don't know if I can't say I don't know the guy, but I would think that he would be down for something like that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Zen would say I'd probably also invite Peter Quint and Thor.
Ooh. Yeah,
Nice.
They'd make a great team, I think. Peter Quill. Oh, Peter Quill. Yeah.
Quill.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah. I was like, Peter Quinn. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, Peter Quinn. I know him.
Somebody's about to tear a corner off
I
my
was pretending I knew who it was. Scorpio, this is a good rule of thumb. Go sexy or go funny, the SGU way. The super geeked up way. Yeah. All right, you can put your choice in there, folks. And if you just joined us, we're talking what fictional characters you would want to have Thanksgiving dinner with. Here's my choices. Indiana Jones.
Oh.
Mainly because we're going to talk about him in After Hours too, folks. I just think he'd have a lot of cool stories to tell about his adventures and all his archaeology stuff. And, you know, I was a history major and all that kind of cool stuff. Maybe I can borrow his hat for a minute. That'd be cool. All right. Some of this, invite Pikachu because whenever I feel Pikachu will help me out. And if anybody's trying to steal like the last crescent roll, the last piece of turkey, I'll have him shock them and I will grab it instead. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to invite Molly Weasley, Mrs. Weasley, because I feel, having like 1 million kids, 7, I think. She's obviously very used to, and Harry and Hermione are always over there like freaking all the time too. So she's very used to like cooking for a huge amount of people, huge family. I think that she would just totally handle everything with no problem.
And she totally knows how to cook. They spend a lot of time in the books talking about her excellent meals and fattening up Harry. So
exactly,
that's a great choice.
Great, and she can do magic too. It's a big plus. Princess Leia. First off, I love Princess Leia. She's amazing, kick-ass in so many ways. Mm-hmm. But I also feel Princess Leia is a great like mediator. So I think she could mediate any disputes that sometimes happen at the Thanksgiving dinner table between family members or other people.
I think that she's purported to be a good mediator. I mean, if you look at actually her in the movie, I mean, she's caught, she's cornered, she's in the middle of this humongous Imperial base, and she's given Moff Tarkin the business. She's not even trying for diplomacy, not even trying to deny, not trying to do anything. She is just up in this guy's face.
Well, look, at that point, there's no mediation going on. She's a prisoner of war, right?
Yeah. But she could have still towed the line about that whole diplomatic mission thing, which was,
Yeah. But I like it better that she calls him like the foul stench, which is great.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If you like some of the, I'm thinking of some of the, what we're called now the Legends series of books that I still consider canon. They get more into the kind of that, her New Republic days, kind of her ability to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Timothy Zahn for president.
Yes. Timothy Zahn is my absolute favorite. One of my favorite authors, period. By far my favorite Star Wars author.
Yeah.
And my last choice is Will Riker, because I want a Star Trek person. Mm-hmm. And number one, he can entertain us with his trombone playing. He's a good storyteller in general. And then we can play poker afterwards.
Nice.
He plays poker all the time. He hosts poker in his room. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Totally.
I didn't know he was the one who hosted it, though. I thought it was just
No, it's always in his quarters. Almost always.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one who gets all the people together. He's the poker guy.
Yeah. Totally. I mean, he seems like a poker guy. I mean, let's be honest now. So, yeah. But I mean, after a while, you just got Will Riker playing the trombone at you. Wouldn't that be a little bit weird? And you'd just be sitting back, scarfing down your food going, Nightbird. You'd be like, oh, God, this guy.
No, but I want him to play that song. He always gets the note wrong. I just saw that episode.
Nightbird.
Is it Nightbird?
It's Nightbird, yeah.
I didn't know that's what he was playing.
Yep,
that's funny.
I just remember it. Steel trap.
Oh boy. Julie says he would entertain the ladies with the Riker maneuver. Right.
You just have to have low back chairs. That's all.
Yeah, so he can throw that leg over the top of him.
All right, Scorpio. Wait, did somebody bring up a clothing optional turkey day? I missed that in the chat. If they did. Oh, hey, comics are fun. You start without me. I see how it is. Oh, that's all right. So I'm sorry. We did start without you, but we love you. You're great. We're so glad you're here. Tell us your choices for fictional characters for Thanksgiving dinner. Francis, let's see here your choices.
Well, aside from Foghorn Leghorn, simply out of pure spite. No, Star Trek was brought up several times, and I thought best mediator because it's just going to happen. You bring enough people together, it might get a little testy. I thought Guinan would have been the perfect kind of guest to have as a mediator. at a dinner table.
They're gonna go Picard, but that's Guinan's a good choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Picard. Well, every time I think of Picard, I think of Dixon Hill, and I don't need his Dixon Hill.
Why do you? We talked about this last week, right? Why? Don't forget Dixon Hill ever existed.
I can't help it. I can't help it. He's lying to you, Gloria.
Oh boy. All right.
Terrible accent that he uses.
Yeah.
No, but I totally would have him there. More some of the cartoonish characters I would have for a little bit of fun, a little bit of frivolity, and mostly because they can pull anything out of anywhere. Is the thanks to the Animaniacs reboot that has come out. I thought, hey, the Warner Brothers and sister would make a fantastic addition. Yes, they'd cause some chaos. Again, that's what Guinan's there to kind of keep
some chaos. It'd be like Christmas Vacation. That's what it'd be like.
My love for them is just that's my nostalgia. I grew up with them, so it's like I would love to have that kind of insanity and little hints and winks at adult humor.
Yeah.
Just to have it there, just to keep us on our toes. I would love that. Another person I'd love to just have, I kind of stole twice from Star Trek. Mostly because I really love all the characters, but who the person needs the love the most, and who I'd love to have on there because he would just hopefully he would also find love amongst all the people that are there is Mr. Geordi LaForge. Geordi needs some love. Oh man, he doesn't do much. His time in the holosuite or the holodeck. Oh, and I need Barkley with us too, by the way.
I was just about to go there. I was like, I thought you were going for Barkley. I was like, oh, Barkley got passed over again.
No, Barkley. We got to put those two together. Barkley. Oh, my heart goes out to Barkley every single time.
Yeah.
They both need some love, and hopefully they'll find some with all of the lovely ladies from Baywatch there with me.
What?
Well, here's the biggest reason why I picked the ladies at Baywatch. They move slowly, which just is fun. Just to see.
I thought maybe it means you can beat them to getting the food.
That too. No, and plus, I don't know. They were my first thought on who would be just kind of fun to be around and also just not terrible to look at while they were there.
Gonna be a lot of drama though, man. A lot of drama talking at the.
Only if someone's drowning or if they're by.
No, but there's all this relationship drama on Baywatch.
Oh, but it's only the ladies. It's not the guys aren't.
No. Yeah. What does that mean?
No drama if
That's
the guys
right.
aren't.
You got to have the Hoff.
Yeah.
That's true.
The biggest drama queen of them all. He'd be sitting there in the corner, drunk, eating his turkey. I'm so fat. Tell me I'm loved. It'd be horrible. Horrible.
But he could sing for us though too.
All right. I want to have him to mine, man. Cheer him up.
Have him sing.
I can't stop this feeling. No.
He's actually not that bad a singer. I remember he sung a Knight Rider actually.
Yeah, because when people say I'm big in Germany, that automatically means I'm a good singer.
He's good for parody. I mean, I'll tell you what. I love his.
I
enjoy the fun that comes.
I want to share some. Sorry, I want to share some other comments. But did you get all yours in there, Francis?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm adding a Hasselhoff now.
Okay, good, great. Necrodius. Of course, Lady Facelap, infamous character on SGU now. Gizmo, Johnny Number 5, Neelix, an oddball variety meal. All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll through all these things here.
I like Johnny 5.
Yeah, Scorpius is talking about food and fictional characters. How about the entire cast from Food Wars? Apparently their food is mind-blowing, will cause your clothes to explode and shear off. Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that either.
That's an anime. So.
Oh, I think Julie brought it up. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's see. Comics Are Fun says Johnny Storm, of course. He cooks a turkey super fast, so there's time for football.
Oh, that's
nice. And we're talking old school Chris Evans Johnny Storm, or maybe we're talking all the way back to comic books. I don't know.
Yeah,
but not new school Johnny Storm.
Jalou says LaForge needs love badly. Same with Barkley and perhaps Harry Kim. Yes.
Aw.
Yeah.
Mark said, this is a good question, Marks. What is Barkley doing during...
During the Star Trek Picard era?
Yeah.
Well, he kind of had that funny job in Voyager when he was trying to get the array fixed. So, I mean, even that was kind of strange seeing Barkley pop up there. So it's almost like he's in Dark Forces Special Ops. He's like in the DARPA of Starfleet somehow. So,
Section 31?
yeah. So it would have been cool if he'd have popped up on the Borg cube for some reason, like he was there doing reconnaissance for them for Starfleet.
Scorpio has an idea. He said Barkley is running a support group for holodeck addicts. That could be very true.
He loves his holodeck.
He had the holo addiction. Yeah.
Yeah, but can you see him mentoring other people past that? I think
because now in the future he's gotten past it and he's helping others.
Maybe.
Even in Voyager, we saw him. I think he's definitely grown when we see him in Voyager.
Yeah, well, yeah. He was much more competent when in Voyager. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have gotten that back probably without him, right? Or they definitely wouldn't have been able to communicate with them.
Help with the communication.
Yeah,
for sure.
Is he a captain yet in the Picard universe? Has he?
No.
He's probably still like maybe a commander.
He doesn't want to be captain. Yeah.
Nah.
He's head of engineering. Yeah.
That could be true. Commerce Fun says Star Trek: The Barkley Missions writes itself. I think. I would so watch that, man. I would love that.
I mean, can you imagine if they did something like I've not watched any episodes of Lower Decks yet. That's another thing that's on mine. But if you had a Lower Decks type series with Barkley as the captain of a starship, I mean, how awesome would that be?
I think it'd be too awesome.
There you go. Adventures of Captain Barkley. You got it, Marks. Good idea.
Right,
Heck
Mark.
yeah.
I mean, listen, CBS All Access is doing like a million other Star Trek shows. Why not throw that in there?
True. Let's just add on to the plan.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on. Oh boy, that was a lot to talk about Thanksgiving. All right, let's go on to our first geeky game. Oh, hello, Lizzie says, "Damn, YouTube, I'm finally here. All right, good. I'm glad you defeated the evil YouTube. Or YouTube, you're okay. Sorry, don't take us down. Don't ban us. But so glad you got it here. All right, now we're gonna go to our first geeky improv game. Superhero sound effects in the chat from you. We need the names of made-up superheroes, funny, made-up sounding superheroes, like the famous Lady Face Slap, which finally got used multiple times on the show.
Or she'll make a cameo at some point.
So just make up the names of goofy-sounding superheroes. And what we're going to do here is Matt and I are going to pick two of those superheroes to play in this scene. And then we will get a funny-sounding crisis also from you guys in the audience. And then Francis will provide all the sound effects for the scene. So any sound effects that happen, well, he's really excited. Francis is going to provide it. He also will provide the voices of any other characters that happen to wander into the scene.
Oh, yeah.
Feel
All right,
free to throw as many curveballs at Francis as you like. I want to see that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me hear it. So, Matt, I'm going to put some on the screen here. You can see it, or you can see them in the chat as well. If any of these appeal to you, we got the Flying Farter, Captain Gravy, Super Lizard Boo. Super Lizard Boo? Is it like Boo like your kind of boyfriend or girlfriend? I don't know. Commander Mashed Potatoes, Dolphin Dude, Mississippi Meanderer. I like the alliteration. King Thunder Thighs, Captain Catfish, Toilet Paper Pirate, City Putty Twins, Yelling at Cat Meme Lady. All right. Just what do you like there? These are amazing, folks. Great job.
Yeah, I think I don't know how I would work the toilet paper into it, but I mean, talking like a pirate. I mean,
Toilet paper pirate.
So you want to be toilet paper pirate?
All right, I be your toilet paper pirate.
All right, Necrotis, there you go. Toilet paper pirate. Thank you very much. By the way, folks, give us now, as I pick out somebody to be, give us a crisis, a ridiculous sounding crisis that we need to solve here. These amazing heroes. There's so many good ones. I think I'm going to be, though, Commander Mashed Potatoes. Thank you, Chris, for that. Again, these are all great, guys. Thank you so much. Here you go. You even got a flag here. TP Pirate.
Gar. That's some mighty good work, matey.
Mark, your true toilet paper is hot stuff right now. Okay, Julie says, crisis, the turkey is not cooked yet. All right. That's very appropriate for Thanksgiving.
Very appropriate. As Mr. Mashed Potato, I mean,
Okay. And he adds to this that the oven broke, on Thanksgiving morning. And so, we can't cook the turkey. Okay, that's definitely a big problem. I'm just going to share this one because it's funny too. The world is out of toilet paper and it's all in pirate ships at sea.
The only way to get to them.
Yeah, and it doesn't really say that I'm necessarily a superhero. It could just be that I'm a pirate of all toilet paper, and so I might actually be the villain in this.
Well,
I've never done it that way before, really.
No, but actually, I wanted to. Yes, you're right. I wanted to get actually a villain from the audience, though. So let's go with that. Maybe you're an anti-hero.
I'm like in
so,
the
folks,
void.
tell us one more thing. Give us the name of a kooky-sounding villain. Oh boy, Marks, would you say Captain Mashed Potatoes is a stud?
Ooh.
Those Marks puns, I love them. That's actually, I wish I thought of that. I could have used it in the scene.
Mm-hmm. I won't
That's
say
great.
anything else, so I don't take any more material away from you.
Okay, I love it, Chris. The vile vegan is the villain.
Perfect.
All right, Francis, you're gonna get to play him at some point, or her. I don't know.
Nothing vegan.
All right, so here we go. So I am Captain Mashed Potatoes. Matt is Toilet Paper Pirate, right? The villain is Vile Vegan, and the crisis is the oven broke and we can't cook the Thanksgiving turkey. Again, thank you guys so much for all these great suggestions. This is like some of the best I think we've already gotten. They're great. And Francis will provide any sound effects in the scene or also any other voices, characters that come in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come on, you love doing it. Stop pretending you don't. All right. Everybody ready? I guess so. All right, here we go. And we're going to kick things off. Toilet paper pirate. Oh my, thank God you're here.
Gar. What be the problem, matey?
Listen, I've got all these mashed potatoes, but no turkey. Look at all these mashed potatoes that are cuts coming out of my hands and my nose and my ass.
That be sounding like a personal problem to me.
Well, listen, do you have any toilet paper that can help me with this problem?
I might
You are the
have
toilet paper pirate.
paper. I might, for the right price. You got a little booty for me.
Yes. Oh, you want some booty? Here you go. Here, take some mashed potatoes out of my ass.
No, I don't want that kind of booty. My lord, man. Keep that to yourself. Find yourself a little pot to put that in. I don't want none of it.
All right, listen. Our huge oven is not working. Listen, I'm gonna try pushing a whole bunch of buttons right away.
I don't think that'd be working. What's the problem, man?
I don't know. Can you like stick your head in there and just see what's going on?
Oh, what is this foul contraption you've got here? It looks like your pilot light's been blown out, matey. Did you remember to pay the gas bill?
Oh shit. No, I was too busy making mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving.
Well, I know you were saying that the whole hero gig doesn't pay very well, but come on, man. We're not talking about much here.
No, it sucks. Listen, when your name is Captain Mashed Potatoes, you're not on the A list, you're not in B list. I can't even make the D list of superheroes. Okay, it's real bad.
Well, don't be crying poor to me, matey. I heard the colonel at KFC gave you a plum job, and you just couldn't stick to it. You can't roll out of bed before 10 in the morning, and that's all your fault. That be on you, matey.
Fools, I am the vile vegan, and I have destroyed your precious oven.
Oh my God, he just came out of the oven. Have you been hiding in there the whole time?
Yes, I hate being around meat. Ugh, so gross.
Why would you pick on Captain Mashed Potato, sir? All he does is make mashed potatoes. What's so wrong with that?
I like how you turned Irish all of a sudden. It's great.
I'm an Irish pirate. Everybody's got a little captain in them.
This is why you two are so close. I know how much Irish love them potatoes. No, you defile the precious vegetable or fruit. It's vegetable, yes, vegetable known as the potato.
Listen, how dare you call a potato a fruit? That's the worst insult you could have ever given me. I'm going to take my potato gun and shoot these potatoes at you.
That's right. Get him.
Wrap him up in your toilet paper. Tie him up.
Plus, he's some kind of Irish racist talking about potatoes, as if they're the only people on the planet that eat them. I like a good potato, and I'm from Barbados.
Oh, well, that's an interesting accent for Barbados. Anyway, listen, tie him up, will you, TP pirate?
I got some nice 2-ply Charmin here for you, vile vegan.
No, it's so comfortable in this TP.
That's what I'm talking about. You are not septic safe, vile vegan.
Oh, but it feels so good against my skin. TP pirate, thank you. Oh, I needed this.
Oh, good. Listen, I think you've turned him to the good side. All right, vile vegan, why don't you have Thanksgiving dinner with us? We'll just make you can just have vegetables. No meat for you.
Well, all right.
All right, end scene. What a nice ending. Everybody has Thanksgiving dinner together.
And you just lost your entire Irish audience. So sorry about that.
That's all right. I'm very Irish. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They are starch. You're right. Comics are fun. Let's see here. I'm just looking at the chats during that. All right.
It's probably pretty grim.
Oh, here we go. Please don't squeeze the Charmin. Very nice. All right.
Couldn't help it.
It suddenly became a toilet paper commercial, Mark says. You're right, because it was so soft, right? Yeah.
We give the public what they want.
Yeah, right. He enjoyed being tied up by it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark says, I'm 3% Irish and 3% of me is offended.
Is that why
All
there's
right.
always 3% in the bag? I just kind of...
Oh, boy.
A lot.
Oh, boy. It's a good thing you know Mark's. You're friends with him.
Oh, I know Mark's.
Yeah.
I know Mark's.
All right, folks. That was Superhero Sound Effects. Thank you guys for all those great suggestions. We got some other stuff coming up later in the show. We're going to talk what kind of family-friendly movies we would like to make if we could. And we're going to do, that's right, ridiculous rhyming. And we got some new refaces from the awesome Tammy of Francis and myself to share with you. Yes, that's going to be awesome. All right, but first, let's talk more to our guest, Matt. Obviously, Francis, feel free to jump here on any questions. Oh boy, I'm trying to think where to start. There's so much stuff. Well, why don't you start? Tell us about FortySixTen Studios. I guess that's one of the things you've been doing for a while, right?
Yeah, about 7 years now. I was actually working for a company here in Evansville that contracted out to a company that made infant and children nutritionals. And a buddy of mine had started FortySixTen a while back, and he does website development and other such. And I do videos and graphic design. And he was just like, I think we could really put these things together and do well. And not only that, but I was also trying to make myself an opportunity where I could be a little bit more flexible with my time so I could start doing more filmmaking and things that I really wanted to pursue. So been doing that 7 years now. And, I might glance back every once in a while, but for the most part, it's been great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You have also done some very cool stuff with the Dolby Theater.
Yeah.
You want to tell people a little bit about that?
So we basically, there hasn't been a whole lot going on now because the theater's been closed, obviously, for COVID reasons. But for the past 5 years or so, we've been helping them out with their online presence and a lot of their video production with just what they do inside the theater. So when they first came to us, they were like, well, we want to establish a YouTube channel. So they started doing this thing called Happening at Dolby Theater. And I can actually say that I came up with the name with it, but they would record events there at the theater. Yeah. Interviews of all the cool premieres and shows that they would have in there. And then they would Dropbox those to me and I would edit them together and then send them back and they would put them up on YouTube. So I was getting all these great interviews from, like Steven Spielberg and Christopher Lloyd and all these people that would show up on the red carpet. And Richard Dreyfuss snuck in there once. Yeah, well, I like Richard Dreyfuss. I don't feel like he gets enough credit for being Richard Dreyfuss. So it was pretty cool getting stuff like that. And I also had the opportunity to go out there a few times and work the red carpet with them and meet some famous folks behind the scenes and record some interviews. So it was pretty cool. I actually was out there for a thing called Paley Fest, which is run by a place out in New York City, if you're familiar. Yeah. So we got to go out there and do some interviews with them on the purple carpet and be 4 feet away from Wesley Crusher and Sean Astin and Richard Schiff and Allison Janney, going back to my love of the West Wing. So it was very cool. And also, the one thing that I'm pretty happy about is that every year when they would post things about the Oscars, we would create all the imagery that would go out over their social media. So yeah, and it's one of those things that it was like really cool to see, but it means that you have to generate an image for every possible winner in every category. So it's like 200 images that you have to create of just all this different stuff. And so the first year that I did it, I was just like, I don't think I'm ever going to get done with this. But then you get to watch it on Twitter and Instagram and be like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And again, for those who don't know, the Dolby Theater is where the Oscars are held. Correct?
Yeah. Yep.
That's super cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Francis, anything you want to ask before I continue?
No, go ahead.
All right. I don't want to, monopolize.
Hey, can I mention something? I know it's probably come up before, but I can't help. But every time I hear Francis's name, I just hear Deadpool and just, where's Francis? Where's Francis? Yeah. I'm sorry. I just had to bring it up tonight because every time I watch an episode, I'm like, where's Francis?
That used to be my my picture was a bottle of Ajax was my profile picture for anyone who got it. So right after Deadpool came out, I'm like, I just have to do that as my profile picture, a bottle of Ajax. So yeah, no, it's cool.
He brought Francis back. Francis is of the world. Yeah.
Before Deadpool, the thing I was called, or the thing people remembered me by was apparently there was a Disney movie called Francis, the talking donkey. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's what you know me by? That's what you think of when you think of my name? Okay.
Deadpool is a big step up.
Oh yeah.
Comics Are Fun, by the way, says Moon Over Parador is my favorite Dreyfuss movie. I've not seen that one.
Moon Over Parador and Let It Ride are two films that you can barely find. I finally ended up requesting them from my local library. But Moon Over Parador, he plays a actor who is like in a Central American country, and the dictator dies, and he has to take his place. And it's just, it's cute. It's hilarious. I would recommend to anybody.
All right, Lister's Mate says, what about Bob? Is his favorite Dreyfuss film. And yep. Mark says, where's Francis could be in a Super Geeked Up game.
No, it's okay.
Actually, folks, we need, you know what? I would love new suggestions for games, though, because we always like to introduce new things. I would like to get some new stuff in the rotation. If you have any ideas for new games, please let us know. That would be awesome.
Russian
roulette?
roulette?
Where are you? I don't know. Wait, where? She says, surprisingly, I don't. Sorry, if the new one came up. I don't have Parador on Laserdisc. Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
That's cool that you have Laserdiscs.
Yeah, I'm impressed by anybody that has a Laserdisc. That's awesome. It's like my Betamax.
Nice. Oh, Tammy remembers it too. She says she also loves Once Around. There we go. Lots of Dreyfuss fans in the.
People love Dreyfuss. He's like the 21st century's most underappreciated Oscar-winning actor. Maybe not the most, but he's up there on my list.
All right. What about? So you have. I'm sorry if I'm trying to remember you. You call them family-friendly films or Christian films on PureFlix? I'm sorry. How would you describe them?
Faith-based family. Yeah. Yeah. Faith-based family. And my producing partner Chip often likes to leave out the faith-based because he just really wants to make things that the whole family can watch that has a good moral story, but they're generally in a wrapper of faith-based. But again, I don't think that technically faith-based is an actual genre, but family is. Right. So you're really niching yourself if you also throw in the faith. But it was one of those things that, how I said I left my last job to be doing this is because I had actually worked on a film with Chip here locally in Evansville, and I was just looking for new experiences and happened to run into him at a local meeting of filmmakers, and he and I clicked. We're within like a year of each other in age, so we had a lot of the same humor and enjoyed being around each other. And I think we've done like 16 or 17 films like in the past 7 years, something like that. And they're all on the independent, and we've been building our budgets up, which has been good because there's not many people that say, well, I got my film career started in Southern Indiana. So it's always,
I hear that all the time. That's maybe because I talk to Marks a lot.
Yeah. Well, Marks is legit, but he escaped to Vancouver, made his mark and then came back. So it's like when people move to LA, they get established and then they can live wherever they want. Jeff Daniels living in Michigan, whatever. Oh, yeah. But plus everybody loves Marks. He would be successful anywhere.
Oh, look at that, Marks. Aren't you glad you're watching?
So much love. So much love.
Yeah.
What is Pure
Pureflix is the largest Christian streamer. So it's kind of like Netflix, but it's called Pureflix. And I think the last time I looked, it had like 250,000 plus subscribers monthly. So they're legit. And they actually just got bought out by Affirm Films, which is the faith-based wing of Sony. So you want to talk about legit? That's pretty darn legit. Yeah. So we're not quite sure what's going to happen with that, because once you got Sony as a parent company, once you got Big Brother knocking on your door. But Affirm's been a thing, for years. They've got a great group down there, and they've been shepherding through great quality content for a number of years. So I imagine they'll probably be taking their marching orders from them. So I'm not too concerned. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, and plus the whole Christian-based market has matured a lot, even in the 7 years that I've been. I mean, beforehand, you had some larger filmmakers and then a lot of people that were making really independent stuff that had a lot of heart, but not necessarily a whole lot of money, and therefore not a whole lot of production value behind it. But, I mean, as any filmmaker knows, the amount it takes to get into filmmaking, the dollar amount is decreasing so much that you can just be a good filmmaker and get a really good quality product out there. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen those commercials for the new iPhone 12 Pro and how people are using that for filmmaking, but it shoots great stuff. I think even Soderbergh has done a couple films on like iPhone 7s. So it doesn't take much as long as you got a good story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Francis, even you can become a filmmaker. You just grab your phone, walk outside, and do what you do, man.
So then, we ask, where's Francis? Oh, he's making a movie.
Oh, geez.
He's at Cannes. Francis has a film at Cannes this year. Sorry.
By the way, Lister's Mate says, I've been on a Skype call with Jeff and Francis where they were messing around with the background. So where's Francis could be a real SGU game. So there you go, Francis.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that has happened.
Chris digs Jaws and Close Encounters, still talking about Dreyfuss there. He needs to check out more of his work. He says, Mark says, he likes, look at all this love Mark's is getting here in the chat. All right. Lister's Mate says he knows people who have things on Pureflix. That's great. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Oh yeah. John Schneider, he's got his own ranch down in Louisiana, and he has, I think his last film is called Stand on It. I actually know a guy that's working down there now and has been working on his films. So, and I think he's got a Christmas film out too, but I don't recall the name of that. But yeah, he's I've not worked with John, but I've worked with a lot of people that have. Yeah, we actually did a film called 94 Feet, and Larry Wilcox from Chips was a cameo in that. And he shot all of his stuff out in LA, and then we just put it into the film.
Nice.
I've had so many weird random encounters, like Victoria Jackson from Saturday Night Live. We did a couple projects with her. So people just want to work, and it's amazing the people that are 80s and 90s people that aren't A-listers or even B-listers anymore, but they're still around and still doing stuff. So I got to sit in Scott Hamilton, the Olympic figure skater's house, and he was telling me stories about doing charity gigs with William Shatner. And I was like, that is so awesome. Getting the behind the scenes. Yeah, it's really hilarious.
Nice. Tammy, yes. Bo Duke, absolutely. John Snyder, yep. Also Jonathan Kent, of course, in one of my favorite shows, Smallville.
Great show.
Chris says, I think Schneider Studios near me. Chris lives in Louisiana, so but
Okay, cool.
yeah, you got a Pa Kent. There you go. Comics are fun.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So here, let me put this link on here, folks. Again, this is there's Matt's YouTube and pretty much anywhere across, I think, social media. You said Sycamore Matt is where you find you, right?
Yep.
You can go check out all Matt's stuff. Give him a follow, like all that good stuff. We'll put that up again at the end.
What's the next big project for you? Like, what's the next big film?
You know, it's been tough with COVID because, again, basically because of us being on the lower end of the spectrum when it comes to budget, every time a new COVID rule would come out, it would blow any opportunity out of the water because we thought we were going to be shooting in May on a series, second season of a series that we're doing called The Dream Motel, but then the lockdown happened in March. So that was done. Then we thought that we were going to get together and shoot something in September, and we were gearing up for that. And then the SAG rules came out, and they were basically like, you need to have everybody on set tested every 2 days, and that's $100 a head. So that was like 25 grand worth of testing costs. And they want to have a safety supervisor on set to make sure that you're paying attention. So we've got a couple things. We came out with a series called The Dark, which dropped on PureFlix in October, beginning of October, and it's available on Amazon Prime now. And it's an end of times series where the armies of the devil are sussing out Christians across the earth and trying to kill them. And it follows a pastor who's trying to rescue his son who's been taken by the dark. And we're working on a second season of that. And also we're trying to do some bridge stuff like little 2-minute web teasers to go along with that. So that's what we're trying to build up to, is trying to get these second seasons done before they've been on the shelf too long and people forget that they were even there.
Yeah,
so
that's tough.
yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good
But
luck,
I mean,
good luck with all that.
Yeah. Well, and I love being on set with people and meeting new actors, and you get real close to people real quick. And so it's not been often since we've mainly been doing films. We never really did a sequel. So you meet these people once and then that's just about it. With these TV series, I'm looking forward to working with the same people again.
Yeah, that is super
unique.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Chris says, wow, that's amazing, Matt.
Thanks.
Let's see here. Sen says, I'm just looking forward to the Fref wedding. We can shoot footage of that. So that would be Francis and I's ship name is Fref, as came up by the audience, and they've been talking about a Fref wedding for a while. So you're right. Yes, you're right, Zen. What could be better than to shoot the Fref wedding?
I don't do weddings.
Yeah. Well, Zen's also actually in film, so you don't have to shoot it. You can just attend.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll throw rice.
Excellent. Good. Let's see. Comics are fun. Another idea, Francis, for Where's Francis? You could be a green screen game where you have to guess where he is. Actually, Whose Line Is It Anyway does this with Colin Mockery, where he stands in front of a green screen and he doesn't know where he is and people have to try to give him clues. So it's kind of sort of similar to that.
What's funny is I am trying to get a green screen.
Oh, we could totally do it.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Good suggestion. Comics are fun.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, folks. All right, we're going to go. We got some more geeky chat and games for you. Before we do that, we always like to, of course, give a shout out to our Patreons. Again, of course, all the Patreons, no matter what level you're at, we really, really appreciate you guys so much. You're awesome. As is all of you who are watching and subscribing. Thank you so much for all your support. Here is where you can go, though. If you would like to become a supporter, patreon.com/super-geeked-up. Any amount is super helpful, $1, $2, whatever. At $3 or more, you can watch our after hours show, which we do every single Wednesday night right after this show, an extra like 30, 45 minutes of content. We do a special fandom episode, which Francis, please remind me to talk to you as soon as the show is over about that, because we got to schedule one real fast, ideally. And we got a lot of other cool stuff. And again, folks, we're all obviously independent people here. So any support is super helpful. And we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Support your local content creator.
Yes.
Thank you. That's well said. All right, but Francis, why don't you give a shout out here?
First off, Jalu, you're right. All right. Super geeky.
This one? Oh, thanks. Yeah, you going to do that?
I actually am.
Okay, excellent.
So super geeky, thank you to our super shout out patrons at $10 a month or more. We are thankful for Maria and Justin Duran from KLI Brands Roast Turkey. We are also thankful for Craig Allen Poole's delicious green bean casserole. Thanks for bringing it along. And we are so thankful for Rachel J and her candied yams. I'm a big fan of candied yams, actually. I think they're delicious. So Victor
Sounds
Snyder,
a little dirty.
Well, Victor Snyder brings a little bit of that Commander mashed potatoes with those delicious mashed potatoes. Ariel Strauss tops those potatoes with some delicious gravy. Nicole B. Nicole B brings in, of course, that much needed classic stuffing. Gotta have the stuffing. And then Kyle Schwab, who's a cranberry sauce heartthrob.
I was waiting for it. I love cranberry sauce, man.
Cranberry sauce is great. I actually just recently discovered using cranberry sauce with the turkey and stuff. I never used to, because I thought that was a weird combination. And I'm like, oh, actually pretty good.
Oh, well, when we were at Downtown Disney and the Earl of Sandwich, which is one of my favorite places, I always get the holiday turkey sandwich, which has cranberry sauce mixed in with the turkey and stuffing, and it's amazing. It's one of the best things you'll ever eat.
Oh yeah. Kat Bradford bring in that delicious pumpkin pie, which is, no Thanksgiving is complete without a little pumpkin pie.
My all-time favorite pie.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we got that sweet potato casserole from Zendria. Thank you so much. And Jalou bringing in some Filipino flair because he put it in the chat. I'm going to say it. He brings us those delicious crispy lumpia. So thank you so much, Jalou, for that. And Cethos, oh man, Cethos, where would we be without our, oh my God, I can't remember. The apple cider. The apple cider. You got to have the cider with all of your delicious food. So thank you so much, everyone, for bringing those lovely dishes to the meal.
All right, good job. Good, you got a different one for everything. Well done. All right, now I really want dinner tomorrow, man. Jeez, thank you.
Get a sandwich from the Sterling sandwich.
Well, see, that's the one bummer about moving back. There's no more Earl sandwich.
Wait, there's no Earl sandwich in New York? Right?
Oh, actually, there are almost no Earl sandwiches, period. So there's one. So they're in both Disneys, with Disney World and Disneyland. Mm-hmm. They're in Vegas. Well, there's one in Vegas and one of the Caesars, maybe, I want to say. And then they actually,
salads.
Yeah, nice. And they actually had opened one in downtown San Diego, which I could have walked to from my old apartment, which I did several times. So that was awesome. They had opened one actually last year there. But yeah, it's not a big thing, unfortunately. But I would love to they start expand.
Yeah. You're like Jared from Subway, but with the Earl of Sandwich.
Exactly. Oh, way better than Subway. I mean, I like Subway. Subway's fine.
Yeah. And just to clarify, you're like him because you walk for sandwiches, not for any other reasons.
Not the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wasn't even thinking about Jared.
It's the internet. I just want to make sure everybody knows that I'm just not like casting aspersions on your character or anything like that. You just like sandwiches.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, the moment the Earl of Sandwich makes it to New York, it's going to have that 14-hour line that Colorado had for In-N-Out. So,
wait, is In-N-Out in Colorado now?
Yeah, they opened it up like a couple days ago, and apparently 14-hour lines, drive-through lines.
Is pot legal in New York? I think that's why In-N-Out Burger had such long lines. I don't think it's because.
Oh, that's wrong.
Well, In-N-Out was my favorite burger joint in Southern California. It always has lines. Like it's no matter what time I would go to an In-N-Out, it always would have a line.
Oh yeah.
But that's just how amazing it is. That's why. I mean, not a 14-hour line, obviously, but that's ridiculous.
Right.
Hey, they just opened in my area a Duck of Donuts. Have you ever heard of that?
Duck or Dunkin'?
Duck with like quack quack duck.
And it's a franchise?
Yeah, it actually started, which I'm trying to remember if I ever went to because I've been here twice, to the Outer Banks in North Carolina. But now they're expanding. Apparently, it's all over the country now.
There are 3 in California. So
there you go. All right, I don't know. I've never been. I don't think.
I don't know if I've ever seen a donut shop next to a Starbucks.
Oh, guess what? Come to my apartment and walk a block, and you will see it. Because Dunkin' Donuts is immediately next door to Starbucks here.
Huh. And I don't know if I could actually see somebody that was, coming out of a Starbucks with some fancy latte and going, you know what I need? I need a Dunkin' Donut to go along with this.
I would.
Really?
Because I don't get fancy. I don't drink coffee. I only get hot chocolate at Starbucks if I get anything.
Yep.
I couldn't do it.
And they have donuts at Starbucks, but only like one kind, pretty much.
Yeah. I would probably say that they're not exactly donuts. They're more like pastries.
Yeah, right.
So
they have pastries at Starbucks, yeah.
Oh, Starbucks fancy donuts.
Surprise. Yeah.
Low fat, gluten-free pastries at Starbucks.
Just to admit, you will not regret it, sir, if you go to In-N-Out. That's best fast food joint I've been to.
I've heard Whataburger's pretty good too, though. I don't know how they rate. But
I don't think I've been there.
I've been to a Whataburger in Oklahoma, and their hamburgers are about the size of your head. Their drinks are like 64 ounces, and that's like the normal. That's the normal order, and then they give you like a pallet full of French fries. It's fantastically like filling for not a lot of money, so I think that's why they're known for. But it's fairly good. I enjoy it. No,
I thought you had me, but when you said pallet of fries, that drove it home. You should be a national spokesperson for Whataburger. Just with that, just take that clip, send it to Whataburger corporate, and you, sir, have a job.
I hope you're listening, Whataburger.
Let's see here. Kyle, yes, Krispy Kreme is they're very good donuts, particularly their glazed. They're very famous for.
Yep.
Zenny says, wait, where are the guys at? Do you mean like where are we at in the show? We're on a huge tangent right now. That's where we're at.
No, I think where we are.
I mean, she's probably asking where we are physically located, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just making a joke. I'm in upstate New York now. Francis is near LA. Yeah. And Matt's in Southern Indiana. That's right.
Yeah. I'm in Marksville.
Imagine they changed Evansville to Marksville. Like they officially changed the name to that.
I imagine the Republican Party would probably have a problem with that, but you could certainly try.
No, but it's not that Marks. It's Marks Pile.
But come on. Other than the people that are awesome that know Marks and get it, it would be a problem.
Look, I don't believe that everybody doesn't know Marks in Indiana. All right, I just believe every single person knows who he is.
And if they don't, they should. Men want to be him, and women want to be with him.
But Marks, you need to just download this episode. This is like the greatest episode for you ever, man. You're not even on the show.
That is your biggest hype man. Like he's just so good.
What?
Mark says Marksville, the totally non-communist city. Oh my God, Francis knocked his mic down.
I did. I got a little too excited.
All right, you might get excited about this here. Here again, big shout out to the amazing Tammy, who has been doing these refaces for us, and she sends new ones every week, and I love them, and Francis loves them.
Right, this is one I haven't actually seen.
No, you've seen this. I didn't have it where I could show it last week. This is the Maleficent, but I'm amazed by how eerily good this looks, and I don't know if I'm like in love with it or I'm just freaked out by it, but it's amazing.
Probably a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Yeah, here, let me put it on the screen here.
I can't wait for this.
All right, here we go, folks.
Woo! Wow. Look at those cheekbones.
So evil.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, look at the power.
Oh, that's incredible.
There we go.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
Again, I am.
Damn, you are. Oh, look at that nice smile.
Aww.
Again, amazing. The mouth thing. The mouth thing is always going to throw me off. That whole like it moves your mouth for. Oh, there. Yo, Adrian. No,
so this here's me as Stallone. It's ridiculous.
That's really that's uncanny. I mean,
that is great.
Oh my God! Look at my pecs.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, that was it. Let me stop that one.
Wow.
All right, and then I asked her to do a Schwarzenegger one.
Oh, nice.
I can't put this big screen, but there you go.
That one's
All right.
It's a lot harder to do though because half his face is gone through half the.
It was the
Yeah.
smoke one didn't work because the smoke was obscuring it. But yeah, that was. But the other one did. Damn, Francis, you're hot.
Thanks, Andrea. I appreciate it. Yeah.
I agree.
Can't help it.
Never looked better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we know what cosplay you need to do. Forget Carmen Sandiego, which you talked about. You got to do Maleficent.
Oh, Maleficent. Yeah, I definitely have the body for it. Anyway,
You do. Anyway, thank you again, Tammy. I always get a big kick out of those. I love it.
They're always awesome, Tammy. Thank you so much.
All right. Oh, hey, before we go on here, folks. So remember, again, if you don't want to do Patreon, you can do a super chat donation right in YouTube there on your chat screen. If you want to do a one-time thing, that helps us out. We also have a Discord, Super Geeked Up Discord. You can chat in if you are basically at $2 or more a month at Patreon. And if you need the link for that, I will send it over to you, an invite. And before we go on, oh, yes, thank you, Francis. But I'll get to that in a second, what you just wrote. Actually, we'll do that first. Go ahead, Francis. or can I? Is it all right if I do it, or do you want to do it?
That's what I was expecting. Actually.
Okay, all right. I didn't want to steal your thunder.
No,
Wait, is it okay to say?
Yes, I got the okay. Got the
All right. Anyway, folks, Francis has started. Sorry, it's weird because we haven't talked about this before, really. We didn't talk about exactly what we're going to say. Francis started dating a very lovely lady, and they really hit it off. And anyway, today, right? Or yes, today is her birthday. Her name is Martha. So a huge happy birthday, super geeky happy birthday to Martha, who I'm very excited to meet sometime.
Happy birthday, Martha.
Yes, I haven't got to meet her, but I've heard amazing things, so I'm super excited to meet her. Apparently, she usually watches, but she doesn't type in the chat, which is totally fine. Whatever you're comfortable with, Martha. But please feel free to
Oh yeah, just
feel free to jump in anytime you want. It's a very welcoming community. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for dating Francis. He's a great guy.
Yeah, thanks, Martha. I appreciate it.
So, I don't know. I'm being weird.
Off the market.
Here we go. Oh, look at this. See, look how great the chat is. All these people giving birthday wishes. Thanks, guys. And Zen says Francis is dating. How are you taking the news, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff, I'm so sorry.
So first, I was very devastated,
I bet.
and I yelled, Martha. And I'm so sorry. I would apologize to Martha right now. I actually said I was not going to do that because people do that all the time, and I don't usually make fun of that. I just couldn't resist right there with that setup. But I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I'm working my way through it, guys. I'm trying to get over it. Hopefully, I'll meet a nice lady too. But I'm happy for Francis and Martha. Okay, I'm not the only one doing that. Okay, here we go. All right, sorry, Martha. Does Francis do his Batman or Superman imitation for you? Have you ever done a Batman or Superman?
I have a Superman imitation. I do have the.
You have a Batman. Have you done Batman for her?
I haven't done the Batman. I've done the Bane.
Do you dress as Batman for her? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, please never bring me up again.
Like, no. This is not what I'm here for.
All right, sorry. We'll move on. Sorry, but Martha, you're great. I'm very excited to meet you. This is what happens when
she's probably hiding in that closet right behind Francis right now with a laptop, just waiting for him to be done.
This is the worst.
I hate sharing Francis with these guys. I wish they'd shut up.
And why am I like Harry Potter stuck in this stupid closet?
To Martha, the closet behind Francis.
It's very spacious. Come on now, very spacious.
Yeah.
Oh, your closet is very spacious? Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, anyway. Also, folks, okay. All right, Zen. Yeah, listen, Zen, I just want him to dress for Batman for me, all right? What can I say? All right, anyway, folks, we are doing something we've been doing for Dragon Con. We do our One True Pairing segment often on this show, where we basically we get random characters from the audience, fictional characters, and then we have to argue why they would be the best romantic pairing when they probably don't make any sense whatsoever. So we did it last year in person in Dragon Con. I actually just read through for the first time all the comments and ratings we had received because I get sent those as the moderator. And oh my God, I actually can't believe, I'm not trying to say we're so great, but dude, like the comments were like, they blew me away. Like how people like were saying like, we didn't know what we were going to expect for this, but like, oh my God, this was amazing. And it got a 4.9, like 2 out of 5 as a rating or something. So I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, so it went over well is kind of my point. I was very happy about that. And we did it virtual Dragon Con this year. And then they want us to do it kind of like quarterly now because they like what's going on. So we're going to do it as part of the American Sci-Fi and Fantasy Media Track, which is part of Dragon Con. This Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll post a link on our website to their YouTube that they're streaming it through. But Francis actually is going to get to join me on it as the first time as part of a Dragon Con track, actually. So that's super exciting. So that, and we'll get a couple other ladies joining us, and it'll be a lot of fun. And you can watch live, and we'll need your suggestions. But my point is, folks, please give us some suggestions right now, because I like to take, for those of you who can't make it on Sunday, I like to take some of your suggestions, and I write them down, I mix them up, and I just draw them randomly, and then we also take live suggestions. So please just start putting like characters, any kind of fictional character, can be from any fandom, in the chat. I will later on go and write all those down, and we will use some of them in our winter pairing this Sunday.
I think Jalou was like 3 steps ahead of you because he started putting names immediately.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, folks, you can do that. You don't have to put them
together.
You don't have to put them together because what we do is we actually we pick characters differently. We don't pick together. We pick them randomly.
And then we put them together.
So many characters that you want out there, but yes, Jalou's way ahead of the game. Let's see here. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got. It's time to go to our super geeky question, our second one. It says, we mentioned earlier, Matt makes a bunch of family-friendly films, and so we want to know, if you could make a family-friendly movie or series, what kind of one would you want to make? So that's to you out there. It's okay. You don't have to be a filmmaker. Just like, let's pretend you got to make one. What would you want to make? And we will answer this. But now, so for Matt, what we're saying is, since he has made a bunch, I guess, what one would you like to that you haven't got the chance to yet?
So I actually optioned my first book earlier this year, and it's a...
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
It's a biography about a woman in Texas in the middle 19th century that followed her family out there to the Dallas settlement when it was just nothing but a big field, and they were trying to get people out there, so they were giving them like 320 acres and 640 acres just to move out there. And she ended up being what they think is the first female millionaire in Texas. And she was just a fantastic personality. And she built the first iron bridge over the Trinity River in Dallas. And she's just got a lot of great moments in her life that I would like to bring to screen. So that's what I'm currently working on. And that's what I'd like to make.
That's great. Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Again, folks, first off, folks, you can definitely thank you. These characters are great you're putting in here. Please keep them up. You can keep putting those in, but also if there's any kind of family-friendly movie or show you would like to make or like to see, maybe that doesn't exist yet, please put that in the chat. I like that, by the way. Zen says, "Yay, drag and con Francis can be Maleficent."
Male episode.
Oh, no, male episode, yes. Yeah. By the way, you have no idea how many times when I'm trying to type things out for Dragon Con, I write Drag Con instead of Dragon Con. And then I fix it.
That on part.
The on part just gets lost in my typing. Scorpio says some cute thing about animals like Milo and Otis or something. All right, cool. That's what he would want to make. I like it.
Yeah, we haven't had. I wish I haven't had one like a movie about cute animals in a while. Actually,
it's wholesome anime out there. Sweet and lightning. Okay, cool. Okay. Look who it is! It's the infamous Martha. I didn't know O was us. Okay, good. I was afraid we scared you away, Martha, so I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. This is your first comment ever. Yay! Yeah. Welcome to Super Geeked Up officially.
I'm like reading. I'm like, Martha. Oh, hey, oh.
Lister's mate says, being that I'm a ham radio operator, I want to make a movie about a guy who reunites with his long lost children via the power of the airwaves of ham radio. Oh. Cool. That's cool.
I wonder how many people don't know like what ham radios can do, because it's amazing the kind of range you can get out of one of those things. I knew some people that did ham radio when I was still living in Terre Haute, and I bet most of the American populace doesn't really know anything about them, because in this day and age, how many ham radio operators are out there. But it's pretty fascinating technology. I mean, you can reach people across the globe if you get the right reflections off the atmosphere. So I would be interested in seeing that film. So that's a great suggestion.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know much about it. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Family-friendly Deadpool. Is it possible? Tough. It's tough.
It'd be like a lame version of Blade or something. Which, there's only one good Blade, so that's saying something.
All right, let's see here. By the way, Martha says she's going to attend the Frev wedding. You can be the godmother. You can be whatever you want, Martha. By the way, I'm touched that she's willing to share you with me. Like, we could still have our Frev wedding, and she's cool with that. That's great. Wow, what an awesome girlfriend.
Yeah.
Zenwat says, "Hey, Martha, do you share shoes with Francis?" Do you share shoes?
No, my feet are gigantic and hers are small. So that would,
okay.
You would look like a clown if you wore my shoes.
Scorpio, yes, mentioned. You're right. I was thinking of frequency myself. That is, I don't know if that's a ham radio. Is it a ham radio in it? But it's
ham radio.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. That's going back a ways, though. I think Frequency, was that like a 90s film?
Late 90s, mid late 90s, right?
Yeah.
Or somewhere in the 90s, maybe early. Somewhere in the 90s, yes.
Well, and hey, so they made a ham radio movie 20 plus years ago.
Yeah, you can make a new
one. The time is right for another ham radio movie.
Well, the ham radio movie was also supernatural because he talked to his dead father. So it's like,
Oh, yeah, right. It was like a time travel thing almost, sort of, right?
So this one's
okay.
Set in like, hey, this can actually happen.
And then all of a sudden it becomes the lake house and nobody wants to see it.
Hey, I didn't mind the lake house, actually. Anytime Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock together, I'm cool. I don't care.
It just needed a bus. I think if it had a bus.
it just needed a speeding bus. They're trying to keep out of the lake.
Yeah. Has to be a speeding bus, though. If it's a speeding cruise ship, then nah.
No, that was Speed 2 was a bit. That was
yeah.
Kathy says a movie about storytellers. You could follow them and learn why they do it. I like that. Kathy says we are storytellers on this show. Chaz likes to make a family-friendly space opera with a Christmas special. Hallmark meets DS9. I like that idea too. DS9 is my favorite show.
And I think that Cisco likes to sing in real life, so he'd probably be up for it.
Yes, and the huge one reason I love it so much is that huge father-son dynamic family thing was a huge part of DS9, so that's perfect.
Yep, totally.
Let's see. This Scorpio says his late father's ham radio, which allows the two to speak to each other across time. Yes. Okay, so we had it right. Good. Very nice.
Hey.
It's also a series on Netflix. Oh yeah. Is it based on the? Zen, tell me, is it based on the movie or is it a different thing? Comics are fun sensitive. All either you can tell us.
Okay.
And Martha tells us not shoes, but they have shared a sweatshirt. Okay, there you go. Yeah. That's a good start. Sweatshirts are big and roomy.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. Funny. I've opened a can of worms, Francis.
I don't know how to compound on that. So
okay, let's see our answers. I made several things, films and series and stuff, but I've never made a family friendly one really. I've always wanted to make like a fun like kids Halloween movie, like preteens or teens. I don't know, some kind of spooky, something about Halloween or a haunted house. Again, not like really scary or something, but more like, I don't know, like if you ever watched Are You Afraid of the Dark back in Nickelodeon days and in the 90s or I don't know, Hocus Pocus, which is my favorite Halloween movie, like, again, something appropriate for anyone. I've always wanted to do like a Halloween thing because that's my favorite holiday and I've never done anything like that. So I think that would be cool. Francis, what about you?
Well, what's funny is like when I think about any type of family friendly movie, I start thinking about like my own family and how I don't really see like I guess there are more Asian like based movies and stuff about the family, but like there's such a weird kind of dynamic amongst like Filipino families, for example, that you don't really get to see in a major film that's family friendly, that's family friendly, and that's like just I guess just like a look into that a story kind of around like a grandmother who is usually kind of the central point for a lot of our families and that relationship, and be able to see a film like that, because like I said, you don't really see that in anything really. And you know, it'd be kind of cool to just kind of branch out into something that is kind of familiar in that way, that hopefully would even resonate to people who don't necessarily understand that type of family dynamic, but maybe get something out of it, and you know, and hopefully maybe even like, hey, I can emulate that type of family dynamic too, hopefully in their own families. But I would love to see something like that. Yeah,
that's great, man.
Yeah,
if Parasite can win an Oscar, then I think that could definitely do well.
Yeah,
because that would probably actually have likable characters.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it would be great, man, to see like all different, like, yeah, different, like all different cultures and different, like the family dynamics and stuff and how that's different.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
don't really get to see too much of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we're getting there.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Tammy says, an animated monster movie where the monsters are the good guys after a bad guy that brought them into our world. Aha. I like that. Very cool.
Okay.
And then Scorpio says about what I was saying. Very interesting. Jeff doesn't really seem to like horror movies. That's true. But likes the Halloween spooky enough to want to make a scary movie. That's very accurate. Yes. I like Halloween, but I do not like horror movies at all. There's only a couple horror movies, and it's usually more like horror comedy.
Like Monster Squad. Everybody loves Monster Squad.
You know what? I feel
Jeff's
I know what you mean. I feel like I've never actually seen Monster Squad still, or I haven't seen it full. But it seems right up my alley. I know what you. Yeah. No, don't worry. It took me forever to see the Goonies too, and I couldn't understand why I didn't see it as a kid. Like, I don't get it. It was just on the other day.
You just don't love yourself. That's what I'm thinking. Somebody didn't love you as a kid.
No, that's not true. I saw tons of amazing sci-fi stuff when I was a kid.
But I mean, like, Wolfman's Got Nards is like, you can't pass up a film that's got a line like that.
Such classic dialogue.
Oh yeah.
Actually, there's a lot of it's quotable. Yeah, it's very quotable. So
yeah.
Tammy says, I would also love a movie about the Appaloosa horses of the Nez Perce. I don't know too much about that. Tammy, maybe you can tell us some more.
Ooh.
Again, another movie genre that went away was horses. Like the whole thing about horses for a while.
I keep on feeling like the genre has to come back around again to Westerns, because I mean, the MCU, that block between Iron Man and Endgame took over a decade. And generally speaking, the American audience tires of a genre after a certain amount of time. But superheroes definitely have legs. But I keep on thinking, I mean, like the last Western, what was it, Cowboys versus Aliens, talking about Harrison Ford again.
I don't know if you even count that one, but yeah.
The last Western I
loosely.
saw
I mean, Unforgiven was, of course, a big one in the early 90s.
Yeah, but again, Cowboys versus Aliens would have been after that. So I'm trying to think of the last.
I feel like that's kind of it's a sci-fi movie also, so I almost don't even. 310 to Yuma, right?
What was the one with Chris?
That's been a
Pratt
while ago now too.
Denzel Washington.
The Magnificent Seven remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. I've also been a little surprised that the Western has not made come back.
Well, and you know, I'm sure Marks could speak to this a lot better than I could be. And this is not exactly a compliment. He's just the best, one of the best writers. Well, that's a compliment. One of the best writers I know. But usually what genres are big are a reflection of what's going on in the country at the time. So it's like, it just fits with the national mood. And so for some reason, superheroes, you know, people have just wanted that pure escapism for quite some time, whereas Westerns are a bit more gritty and there's a very definite good guy and bad guy. So, I mean, I guess in a way you could say superhero movies have that going for it, which is similar to Westerns. There's definitely a good guy and a bad guy. So,
yeah, well, there you go. Mark's chimes in. Superheroes will never get old. They just need to add superheroes to cowboy movies and it will make a cowboy. All right.
Have you ever gone to Hex that did terribly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Green Lantern. He's got a lantern. He could be in a Western.
Wow.
Oops, wrong one here. All right. By the way, Tammy says Monster Squad is Goonies with monsters, Jeff. Okay, cool. I totally get what it is then.
Yep.
Let's see here. And then Listener says, what about a movie about a random guy, me, who through a happy accident runs into a wacky web series creator, I think he means me, Jeff, and finds himself through the love of friendship. Well, that sounds great. That's very sweet, actually. Thank you, Anthony. Zen says The Hateful Eight was good. Okay, that was the Tarantino Western. So that's probably one of the more recent ones.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Cowboy Superheroes Ghost Rider, Tammy says.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it would be exactly family friendly, but I'm going to share this with everyone. I think there needs to be a sequel to Tango and Cash. If they can make The Expendables, I've always thought Tango and Cash definitely needed a sequel. And I think that Stallone and
Kurt Russell.
There you go. Could definitely. I was like, what if it could be like Taken? You know, Kurt Russell and has a kid, but he's estranged from his wife. And so you've got that it's not only his kid, but it's Tango's niece or nephew. Practically writes itself.
That movie actually has a special. I've always remembered that movie really well because I remember my friend and I were 16 and it was an R-rated movie and we just went into, we bought, and that was a time when people were not really checking that much.
Right.
About your age or whatever. And obviously we look kind of a little older too.
Simpler
probably.
times.
Yeah. But anyway, we just went in with no problem. And there were actually only two people in the theater for some reason, I think. But yeah, dude, I was like, this is a great action movie. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah. It was a great pairing. You want to talk about a true pairing? That was great.
There you go. We got a Converse Are Fun as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Big Trouble in Little China meets Three Ninjas. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I like that, Tammy. All right, cool. Let's go on to our last. Oh boy, here we go. Everyone's waiting for this one.
Are you sure we've got time for this segment?
Just enough time. Zen. This is not the one with Ryan Reynolds dies and becomes an afterlife cop.
R.I.P.D.
R.I.P.D. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Tango and Cash is Sylvester Stallone, Kurt Russell.
90s.
Very early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 91 or so.
Jack Palance. Yeah.
Yeah. They're two cops. Stallone is like the by the book serious one. Kurt Russell is the wild, reckless one. And but of course they get framed. They get framed and they have to work together.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a buddy cop movie, right? So kind of very Lethal Weapon-ish, I guess you could say.
It's a must-see.
All right, ridiculous. Oh, sorry, Francis, you take it away. I'm stealing your game. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, first off, Jeff is being ridiculous by taking of the next game to ridiculous rhyming. This is where we do a scene where we can only speak in rhyme. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. We get a suggestion for a geeky universe from the audience, and we're going to go ahead and do a scene or at least tell a story in rhyme.
Well, So when we speak, our things has to be in rhyme.
Yeah. Oh no.
I don't know if it's gonna have to tell a story. It's just whatever. Just try to rhyme.
It tries to be as coherent as possible.
It's just hard enough to rhyme. We try to make it make sense, but who knows? All right, folks. So we give us a fandom, a geeky universe, like whatever, like Pokemon or Star Wars, just anything like that. Just throw something out there, so we know where we're like working out of, and then we will be some characters. Mark says, "Don't just rhyme, rap it." Okay, Mark. So
no.
We actually, way before you were on the show, Francis, we actually did a rap segment. I did a rap about Superman, and some other people did raps about Spider-Man and other things. Yes, and we've never done it again, even though it was actually very funny. But it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's just mean, Marks. Here I was being all nice to you all night, and then
I know Marks makes a lot of terrible suggestions. All right, let's see here. Oh, Dragon Riders of Pern. That's interesting, Tammy. I used to read that as a kid. We're just gonna go with something everyone's familiar with, though. But thank you for that. I totally get it. Zen, yes, I actually asked Francis privately to raise his volume. I don't know if he saw it though.
Oh no, I missed it. All right,
that's fine. Yeah, you're a little lower than normal. That's all good though. We got to make sure we hear your rhyming. That's why she said that.
Oh. No.
Yes, we wrapped the rap. You're right, Marks. Oh, we got Cowboy Bebop. We got Dragon Age. You familiar with the Dragon Age video game series, Matt?
I'm not.
Here we go. Spider-Verse. How about that?
I could probably do something around this.
So Spider-Man. We're set in the world of Spider-Man, basically. Okay?
Yeah.
Or the different whatever Spider-Verses, but
okay.
Anything to do with Spider-Man is fine. All right. So What do you think, Francis? We've done this different ways. We could just be Matt too, I'll ask, but we can just be like random people in this view, or we can actually be specific characters.
I say we be. I say we be specific characters.
All right. Who do you want to be, Matt, in the Spider-Man universe? Anybody you want?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Why don't I play off of you guys first?
All right. I'm going to be J. Jonah Jameson.
Okay.
Well, I will be Spider-Ham.
Of course you are. Of course you're Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham. Yeah.
Spider-Ham?
Yeah, he was.
You want to explain who that is?
I got from Into the Spider-Verse, the Porky Pig version of Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah, it was a spider bitten by a radioactive pig.
Oh my God! Look at this. Mark was saying it just as you were saying it.
Okay. I'll be Uncle Ben.
Oh, all right, nice. Oh, Martha is apparently really going to enjoy you be Spider-Ham, Francis.
Yeah, this is great.
Oh, and then it says Martha press record blackmail time.
On YouTube, it's already being recorded.
That's true. Peter Porker, yes, that is Spider-Ham. It's Peter Porker. You're right. All right, I'm J. Jonah Jameson. Francis is Spider-Ham, and Matt is. I'm sorry. Wait. You're Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, right?
Yeah, not the rice guy. The actual.
Rice. Ding ding.
Sam, thank you so much for watching. He's asking about Super Knocked Up season 3. So I'm guessing I don't know. You may have seen it in the past. You may have just discovered it. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for watching Super Knocked Up and wanting more of it. Really appreciate it. That's, if you don't know, folks, I know a lot of you probably do, but that's the superhero web series I did. Super villain gets pregnant by her superhero nemesis. They have to try to raise a baby together. It's an action comedy. We did 2 seasons of it. We had a lot of fun. I'm sorry, Sam. I hate having to tell people this. There's no plans for season 3, unfortunately. I did write it as a feature script. I did have more seasons written, but it just kind of became a financial thing, and then kind of it's been several years at this point. And I'm not saying I would never go back, because I do have a full more story that I've done and that I would love to do. I was really appreciative of all the people who watched it and liked it. But right now, there's no plans, and I'm doing some other writing of other stuff. But again, thank you so much. I love it when people want more, and that you took the time to watch. I really appreciate it. All right, let's see. Oh, interesting, Marks. Super Knocked season 3, the radio drama. All right, now I have to think about that. That is a very intriguing concept, Marks.
Ooh. I'm a little bit scared now. I saw Jalu's Uncle Ben, the moral touchstone of the character. That's makes my choice a little bit heavier than. Well,
you can play it however you want. Trust me, ridiculous rhyming usually does not get very serious. Usually it's ridiculous. Oh yeah.
Oh, the podcast would be amazing.
The podcast. The animated series. Look at all these ideas. All right,
SGU the lunchbox. SGU
so Sam, maybe there will be now.
Flamethrower.
So Sam, maybe there will be now that these people are giving me ideas. Marks. Marks, you're giving it away.
Aww.
Maybe he'll live in this one. This is an alternate universe.
He's not dead as long as those are there to remember him.
All right, J. Jonah Jameson, Francis, Spider-Ham, Uncle Ben, Matt. We're in the Spider-Man universe, Spider-Verse. We have to talk in rhyme, okay? That's what we're doing, ridiculous rhyming. Francis, why don't you kick us off, because you're the expert at this.
All right. Hello, boys. I see you're in a jam. Here I come. I'm Spider-Ham. You guys sit still. I'll throw my webs. Nothing really. Wait. Why did I say webs?
Parker, get in here and take a pic. This freaking pig has a weird tick.
I've never seen anything like a high-flying ham. Look out, everyone. It's the Spider Ham.
I like your rhyming. I think it's cool. But who's this guy? This fool? Who's the guy? I got this. It's okay.
Jameson's the name. I'm the best editor in town. Don't you know that, you freaking clown?
And here's
My
your old
nephew.
man.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just
Matt, go
going to
ahead.
say my nephew Peter Porker is working at your paper. So how come he always says you'll pay him later?
Yeah, that's a good question. He probably wants us to know. That's something I know that's something I want to know.
Listen, the other day I gave Parker 5 cents. You were telling me that's not enough to pay his rent?
Oh,
Well, maybe 5 cents works in your town, but boy, oh boy, it just makes me frown.
I'm telling you, Jameson, you seem pretty cheap. I don't know how you get all these pictures from my Porker in a heap.
Listen, don't you know Spider-Man is a terrible menace?
Oh, wow. Good luck.
And his name is not even Dennis. That doesn't rhyme.
I'm glad you didn't rhyme with penis. So let's.
No, you have to.
But anyway, that's not. I didn't mean this. So, Mr. Jameson, what do you need? I'm here to save the world, and not your greed.
Ooh. Remember, every ham must use his special ability, but recall that with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes, I will stop there. I was hoping I had a feeling you were going to bring that. I was like, yeah, come on, can he do it?
Bring it
nice
home.
job. That's it. Well done. That's the way to end a Spider-Man rhyme.
No, that wins.
Wait, what did you rhyme with responsibility? What was the first thing?
Ability.
Ability,
Use your
okay.
special ability.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well done. All right. All right. Very good. He said, I thought I was going to say spam my ham. I thought you were going to use spam too, actually, at one point. But that's all right. It's always easy. It's harder. It's easier in retrospect to think about what we could have used.
Yeah.
I think that was good, though. I think we did well.
That's a tough game. You guys are brave to do that more than once.
Oh, we do that all the time, man. It's one of my favorites, actually.
Menace, though. I can't believe you went with Menace. That was.
No, I did it on purpose. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to make it hard on myself."
Yeah,
Because that's his line. That's his line. He always says. So I had to work it in.
You're a menace. I thought you were worthless while I was playing tennis. I don't know. I was like, menace.
Is there a Spider May? Has there ever been a Spider Aunt May? There hasn't, right? Spider Gwen, right?
Yeah, Spider-Gwen. Yeah.
There was a Spider Gwen. Oh man.
Of course, they use Gwen Stacy in everything now. Gwen Pool, Spider Pool, like Spider Gwen. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Supposedly she was dead, but not.
So it's basically like they're turning Spider-Man into James Bond or Doctor Who. Anybody can be, as long as they. Okay. Well, all right.
As long as the suit fits.
I don't mind different people being Spider people. Just I have a thing sometimes that they have to bring every dead character back. Of course, nobody can ever stay dead in a freaking comic book.
No, there's one person that always stays dead.
Thank you, Tammy. By the way, he says great job, rhymers. Yes, who's that?
Uncle Ben.
Oh, you're
Poor
right.
Uncle Ben.
He can never. What? He never does. Yeah, he never does he?
It used to be Batman's parents, but then they did alternate universes where,
Did they live at some point?
where the dad becomes Batman and he becomes Batman.
Like a Spider-Man wouldn't become Spider-Man. Peter Parker wouldn't become Spider-Man without Uncle Ben's death.
Yeah, there's no way, there's no other way for him to.
Wouldn't it be great if somebody did like a fan film that was like Uncle Ben and Aunt May, but like make it like Up? It'd just be this great love story, and you find out that Uncle Ben is the union electrician or whatever it is that he does, and just walks them through their life, and it just ends with her waiting by the phone one day, and ring, 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 and it goes to black. You're like, oh god, that's terrible.
Well, because Martin Sheen played Uncle Ben in The Amazing Spider-Man. So
Yeah, I can't remember the guy who did it for the wonderful actor that did it for the
first Spider-Man, the 2002.
Yeah.
That's I really like. He was great.
He really great actor that disappeared in the role. But Martin Sheen is just, I always see Martin Sheen. I love him as an actor, but I always see him as Martin Sheen.
Yeah. No, that and that Aunt May from those original 3 Spider-Mans is my favorite Aunt May by far too.
Yeah.
Not even close.
It's like, who was just like, let's make Aunt May, but make her sexy. It was like, no, nobody wants Aunt May to be sexy. But I digress.
Yeah. Okay. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much. All right, let's see here. So, I guess that's going to wrap us up. Hey, what a great way to end on a Spider-Man rhyming game. Remember, folks, we do have SGU After Hours coming up right after this. We're actually going to be talking all about Harrison Ford, our favorite Harrison Ford movies, shows, all that stuff, roles. So you can join us for that. Go to patreon.com/supergeekedup. It'll be the top post on that main page there. Again, just it takes me a few minutes to get it set up there, the new post. So just hit refresh if you don't see it right away. You can join us there. Again, remember, it's only $3 a month or more, and you get access to that. Matt, you can check out at Sycamore Matt, YouTube, Twitter, or pretty much everywhere else. I hope you do that in your videos.
He's and the Running Man. You know?
Oh my God, the Running Man's great, man. I love those '80s dances. I could not do them, but they were great.
Lawnmower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Roger Rabbit.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So that's where you can check him out. Francis, you're over at
sinceresarcasm.net. Maybe a live. I might do a live show tomorrow for my online friend simulator for people who may be doing Thanksgiving alone.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah. So think about it. Yeah, around 5:00 Pacific Standard Time. So.
All right, so
I'm seeing a Martha Francis co-cooking show, sort of pampered chef style.
There you go. Yeah, you guys could do that.
You never know.
Francis, aka the other guy, on Twitter. I'm at super-geekedup. Supergeekedup.com. This is where you can check out all the different content we have. Besides this show, there's Super Knocked Up, which I talked about. There's a lot of gaming streams, how to play RPG videos, lots of other stuff up there as well. You can check out. So huge thanks to Matt. Thank you so much for being a guest and being on. Yeah. Thank you, of course, to Francis. Thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys rock. You're awesome. Thank you to Martha for being for chatting with us for the first time today and putting up with our nonsense. And happy birthday once again to you. So again, everybody in the U.S., happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a wonderful time. If you can't be with your family in person, I hope you can at least see them virtually and have some dinner together that way.
Even Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But again, hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you for joining us. Hope to see some of you for After Hours just in a few minutes. The rest of you, we hope to see you next Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific for some more shenanigans. Thank you very much, Marks. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Martha. And all right, thanks, everybody. We will see you soon. Until then, stay geeky.